If I'm being honest, for years I've been living in some kind of panic, and not because I didn't have money, but because I didn't understand where my money was going. I was in a really bad place and I had to make a difference. So I did something small, something that ended up changing my entire life. I stopped buying everything for 30 days. Welcome back to the Decluttering Diaries, where we declutter our homes, our minds, and our digital spaces, and now our spending habits. This is the final episode of season 1, and it is the one that rebuilt me from the inside out. Every month I was broke by week 2. And it's not because I wasn't earning, but it's because I didn't understand where my money was going after earning it. I didn't have plans, I didn't have systems to track my money, and this really screwed me over. So one day, I tracked everything I bought, and by day 4, it hit me. I was buying snacks I didn't need, cute things that I would find on the road as I was heading home, new clothes that I didn't even wear, and these things ended up as clutter in my home. And when you take a closer look around your spaces, most of the clutter doesn't come from other people, it comes from you. It comes from our habits, our impulse buying, and our unfiltered emotions and postponed decisions. If you want a clutter-free home and a clear mind, then you need to figure out how to declutter your spending habits. And here is a system that will really help you track your spending habits. A no buy challenge. A no buy challenge is a system that helps discipline you and help prevent the impulse purchases. It is not a punishment, it is awareness. And it doesn't mean that you starve yourself or go crash at your friends or families because now you are not paying rent. No. It is basically a system that help you not to buy things that you do not need for a specific period of time. It could be 30-day challenge, a week challenge, whereby you spend on only the essentials. Personally, I love the 30-day no spend challenge, and this is a system that I have been using for the past few months, and it has really helped me track and not spend money that I don't have and on the things that I do not need. Essentials are the things that you need, you must have. These are things like rent. You need to pay your rent. You don't need to sleep out or crash at your friend's place. You need to buy food. You don't need to starve yourself. And it's also things like water, electricity, transport, maybe your children's fees or healthcare. These are the things that are a must. You need. You can't live without. They are necessary. Then there are needs. Needs are useful items you eventually need, but not necessarily today. If you don't have the money to buy them now, you can postpone this, make more money, then buy them later on. Then there are wants. These are things that are not a must, but they do bring pleasure, joy, and happiness into our lives. And they are things that you can plan for when you can really afford them. This is like a vacation. If you don't have the money, you can't afford it now, then you can save for it or find ways to make money so that you can afford the vacation. Then there is emotional spending, buying things because you're stressed, tired, bored, lonely, overwhelmed, or avoiding facing your problems as a distraction or as a form of escape. And so for now, everything within that 30-day period that isn't an essential is out of the box. Before we dive deeper into how we are going to go about the 30-day no spend challenge, we need to first understand how we spend. Why do we spend in the first place? Here are the 5 real reasons we impulse buy. 1. Emotional escape. This is buying when you're stressed, sad, lonely, you don't have anything to do, you just go buy in a shopping mall, buy things to fill your spaces, buy things you don't remember after a week that you bought. Basically, it is just buying something to give you that quick moment of satisfaction, the relief, the temporary break from your emotions. But honestly, from my own experience, that moment of pleasure and joy doesn't last more than a few days. Later, it just disappears and you still feel the same emotions back, crippling in again. And the worst part is because if you don't break this cycle, then it goes back again. You still feel crappy about yourself and the cycle goes on and on. So we need to break that cycle. 2, boredom scrolling. When you scroll endlessly, your brain gets overstimulated. Then you start seeing things you never even needed. But now, that constant exposure from the advertisements on social media tricks your mind into thinking that you want these things. 3, lack of clarity. Definitely, if you're not tracking your money, then your brain has no awareness of what's coming in and what's going out. So, you buy without thinking. Worst part is when you're not seeing the numbers because you don't feel the impact until it's too late. Then 4, comparison. Oh my God, so-and-so has bought the latest, I don't know what gadget, whatever, I need to buy it. You don't have the money to buy these things, but you spend it because you don't want to miss out, you don't want to feel behind. But the truth is, when you're inspired, yes, it is nice, you want the good things, but that should push you towards attaining the money to be able to afford these things, not going into debt to buy things that you do not need, to buy things that are not adding more income into your life, but trying to copy everything and everyone. It's expensive and draining. Then 5, avoidance. Sometimes shopping is a distraction. You're trying to escape from something, some stresses that you don't want to face and solve, and now you go buying to distract yourself. It is temporary. It never works long term. Trust me. Instead of doing the hard things like budgeting, figuring out how to make more, planning meals, you go buy something to avoid facing your responsibilities. For me, I bought things when I was stressed, when I was exhausted, when I felt lonely. For those few minutes I bought something, I felt a rush of happiness, excitement, pleasure. But anything bought from exhaustion, these emotions, ends up as clutter, because most of the things we buy in these moments are things that we do not actually need and that we regret later on why we bought them in the first place. So now that you've understood why you impulse buy in the first place, we are going to head into part 4, and this is how to prepare for your 30-day no spend challenge. 1, you need to know your why. This is your anchor, and it is knowing why you want to do the 30-day no spend challenge that will actually keep you disciplined. Mine was simple. I wanted a peaceful mind. I wanted to be able to track my spending habits. I wanted to save up for something better, for some skills that I wanted to learn. So I had to come up with ways to find ways to save and have money to do that, because that skill will make me get better and be a better person, and it will bring me closer to the future person that I want to become. And it was also a reason to help me maintain a clutter-free home and avoid the why did I buy this? Why did I waste my money on this? I didn't want this form of guilt. So take out your journal and write down why you want to do this in the first place. It could be anything. Maybe you're saving up for a skill you want to learn, or for a course you want to take on, or maybe you're saving up for a vacation, or maybe you want to save so that you can be able to start that business you've always wanted to start. It can be anything. And 2, remove the shopping temptations. If you're the type of person who keeps scrolling on social media, this is the time to unsubscribe from the email list that you don't need. It is time to turn off the notifications. It is time to delete the apps that trigger impulse purchases. And this is what I call silencing the noise so that you can focus on the 30-day no spend challenge. 3, the buy it twice rule. This is simple. If you can't afford to buy something twice, you can't afford it. This is a simple rule. If something costs 500,000 and you don't have $1 million, then you can't afford it. This shifts you from reactive spending into intentional spending. 4, make your own rules. Here are mine. Simple, easy to understand for me. No new clothes during this period. No TikTok shopping. No takeouts unless planned. No reward buying. No emotional shopping. Walking into a mall because you had a rough day. No, we are not doing that, because when you go there, you know you'll be triggered to buy. Definitely when I see cute things, I am tempted to buy. So I'm not going to walk into shopping malls. You're not going to walk into shopping malls. No. We are not doing this now. Then part 5, it's actually how to do the challenge itself. Number 1, simple. Write your essential list and the amount of the essential on the side. If it's rent, I pay 50,000, write it on the checklist. Food, how much do you spend for food in a month? Write it on the side. Transport, write it on the side. All those essential items, you need to know what amount you're going to use for the next month. Then 2, write down your no-buy list. What are we not buying during this period? 1, no new clothes, no new makeup, no eating out. 3, track your spending daily. You need to take 10 minutes each day to track your spending. Did I slip into my bad habits? If you did, and you're starting out, don't feel bad about it. We can still correct. We can still do better the following day. So don't beat yourself up. This happens. It happened to me until I was consistent and I had the discipline. And it takes time to build a new habit. So you just have to push yourself harder to make better decisions the following day. 4, reflect weekly. Where did I sleep and shop? What did I achieve? Then 5, celebrate every win. Not celebrating by going shopping. Be happy that you are closer to achieving your goals. You're closer to achieving your why you started this in the first place. Part 6, I'm going to share with you what changed in my life when I embraced or started the 30-day no spend challenge. To be honest, it wasn't easy when I was starting out. The first month was so hard. I slipped a few times, but didn't give up because I had a goal. When you have your anchor and you know why you're doing it in the first place, then it becomes very easy to become disciplined. And I stopped buying things that I didn't need. And a majority of the things that I used to buy were bags and shoes. I am obsessed with bags and shoes. My money lasted longer. I got to understand my triggers. And definitely I felt proud of myself because I was able to finally achieve a goal that I had set for myself. And the one thing that I got to understand and learn from this is that discipline is what builds a new life. If you want a structured template to help you jumpstart on your journey, I created the same 30-day no-buy tracker that I used. It helps you track your daily spending and temptations, and the link is in the description. Decluttering isn't just about clearing your homes, it is also about rebuilding your habits. This challenge didn't just declutter my spending, it redefined who I'm becoming. And as season 1 ends, remember that you are capable of discipline. Subscribe if you haven't already. Season 2 is coming and we are going deeper. And I'll see you in the next one.